All right, let's do it. Okay. Well, first off, hi, welcome. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your life to get on tonight. I know we all have a lot of things going on and family and chaos and back to school tomorrow and everything. So thanks again for taking the time out. First of all, I'm recording. Yes. Okay. This is it. This is, you're taking time out of your busy, chaotic schedule to do things to move your business forward. So remember that, as, like me, my husband upstairs putting the kids to bed, Deidre just said that, her kids are watching a show. Sometimes you have to do the things that you got to do to squeeze in the time to make your business happen. And I, have been, I can tell you stories of how I used to be on my phone all the time and didn't have a schedule, and you'll learn these things along the way. But I will tell you that, it does pay off when you do set business hours for yourself and you set aside the time to really, learn the things and do the things that it takes to make this so much more than, just a little side hustle. This is like real deal stuff. And those of us that have been coaches for a little bit or a lot of it, we can tell you how amazing this business has been for us and how many opportunities it has created. And, aside from that, all of the other things like being a better spouse, being a better human, being a better mom, being a better everything, being healthier, being more active, and just all of the things. So, Deidre, you're going to get me yawning. It's one of those nights. But anyway, you're here. You've taken the first big step. You signed up. You're a coach. And congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause if you haven't yet. Give yourself a pat on the back. Like, it's awesome to be a coach. Now, there are a lot of things out there that, a lot of information that can come at you and you can go, whoa, this is, and freeze, or you can lean in, ask your coach, ask your upline, ask your teammates, lean into this group and ask questions and know that it's not, just, and this is in one of my slides, but just like a fitness transformation, it's not going to happen overnight. It takes work. Your business takes work, and the effort and time that you put in, you will get that back. You will see that come back because you know what? You're doing amazing things. And that's what coaching is about. It's about, changing other people's lives and leading by example and showing other people how to be healthy and active and create a life of balance. And it shouldn't have to take huge chunks of time out of your day. So I'm going to pull up my slides real quick. I'm going to do a little screen share. Can everybody hear? Okay. Everybody good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Where are we? There we are. Okay. And you guys can see my screen. Come on. Helps if we go back to the beginning. Can you guys see my screen? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see if I'm unfrozen now. Okay. So again, welcome. We're beyond excited to have you guys here. It's always exciting to have new coaches on board, new coaches that are excited about, the fitness and nutrition things, and then new coaches that are just excited to be a part of a team that's really amazing. And guys, we're not trying to toot our own horns, but like, we have a pretty amazing team. Like, we have a pretty awesome support system. There are some pretty amazing women and a couple men, but not in this picture, that show up and love on and support each other. And that's what this is all about. And we've created a really awesome community. And, I talk to my team and a lot of my coaches on a daily basis, and just the friendships and memories created and being able to do this alongside of one another and all of the fun stuff that comes with it. It's really, really a blessing. So welcome. We're glad to have you here. We're going to dive in. we will be opening a new coach training group. I don't know if Deidre has done that for any of her coaches, or but we'll have another group too. And just again, guys, if you have any questions, anything along the way, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll kind of check through those as we go. And can you guys see this, or is it? Yeah. Okay. And if you're hopping on, feel free to mute yourself. Whoops, what's happening? Okay, I might just mute. Okay. Are we good? Can you guys see me? Yes. Or see, I'm sorry, see my slides. Okay. So just some goals that we have starting out. Our goals are to create a team culture of working together, achieving goals, finding a simple way to apply the knowledge we're learning, and give you guys the tools to succeed. We're teaching you all things that we've learned along the way, simplifying everything, and really just making this doable without, you know, a lot of chaos. By applying what you're learning, leaning in, being teachable, you'll have everything that you need to build and grow a successful business. We will match your effort. So if you're all in, we're all in, and we're helping you get there and helping you work toward those goals. If you want to go slow, then we'll go slow with you. So we will definitely match your effort. Come on. There we go. Oops, did I miss one? Okay. So first steps, business activity tracker. That is the first thing that you need to print off. That will be in the new coach training group. If you haven't printed it off already, I know it's in my team page. I know I share it with my new coaches as well. But that business activity tracker is your gold mine for keeping track of your business, keeping track of your activity, and just staying on task. Of course, I left mine upstairs. I was just going to show it off, but I don't have it right here. Dang it. But that tracker is everything that you need is on there to work your business in an hour a day. It's all right there. Order the Slight Edge book by Jeff Olson. We are going to do 1 chapter a day and work through that new coach training alongside of that book. Choose your fitness program and get in your coach's current accountability group. This is a priority as a coach. It's hard to help other people with getting started with a fitness or nutrition program if we're not doing the things ourselves. So if you haven't chosen a fitness program yet, get with me, get with your coach. And then I'm just gonna, if you guys don't mind just muting yourselves so I don't get any feedback coming on. Okay. But get started with a fitness or nutrition program, and then that just starts the process of getting results and being experienced in the programs and being a lot more fluent in what you're doing. Do you have to do every program? No, every program in and out? Absolutely not. What's beautiful is you have this whole giant team of support that you can say, I have somebody that's really interested in this. Can you help me out with this? Or does anyone have any experience in, I have never done any of the P90X stuff. And if I have somebody that comes to me and asks about P90X, I'm not going to know, but I default to someone else. And that's what's cool about having a team, is that we all work together. Bookmark the Facebook training group. You are going to be putting that, if you're not already. Bookmark the Beachbody Champions page, and you'll begin working through the units. So Beachbody Champions, there is a link in the group to that. Literally on Facebook, go to Beachbody Champions, and then on the left side, there are your units tabs, and you just start working through those units. And then you'll be preparing to launch your business within the next 24 hours if you haven't done that yet. And if you need help with a coach coming out post, by all means, reach out to me or your coach, and we can help you with that as well. And then you'll just begin using your tracker. Oh, come on. There we go. Getting started in your first month, what we always teach our new coaches is your first goal, and granted, we all have different goals coming into this business, but just to begin earning income, earning back your investment. We want to see you earn back your investment in that first month. We want to see you hit Success Club. We want you to start making an income right away, because yes, that is important too. Your time is valuable and it is worth something. And knowing that you are helping people get started how you have. You are helping people get started with getting results and getting plugged into a group and having a community and things like that. That's really important, because not only does that help them, but that helps you know that what you're doing matters. And it definitely does. You begin telling your story. You know, that starts kind of with your coach coming out post. That starts with, you know, just this whole journey of becoming a coach and sharing what you're doing. A lot of you have worked through programs already. You're familiar with Beachbody. If you're brand new to Beachbody, that's okay. You can begin sharing that story too, sharing what you're doing to get healthier, what you're doing to create these healthier habits for maybe yourself, your significant other, your family, and just, you know, the little things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Getting started by generating your first customer sales, achieving your first rank advancement as Emerald, understanding the process of being a coach, and then applying what you're learning, not only in the new coach training, but also in the Slight Edge as well. We have, I don't even know if I can see the chat. Deidre, will you keep an eye on the chat and then just let me know if we have any questions, because I can't see anything. Or if you need to text me, you can too. What?
Hey.
Yeah.
So Brenda, can you mute yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was.
That's okay. Perfect. Thank you. And Christina, can you also mute yourself? And Lindsay. I can't do it, or I would do it for you guys, but there's a lot of background noise.
I wonder
Thanks,
if I can do that. Let me see. Yep, I think I can. I wonder if there's a, I know there's a setting that you can mute.
You're the only one who's able to do it for them.
Okay. Okay, we'll try that.
Good deal. You're good now, Lindsay. Nope. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So this is what the tracker looks like. This is your Success Club tracker. It is in the team page. You can literally type in the search Success Club tracker and print it out. It is in your back office as well. I know if you Google it, the one that pops up on Google is the older one. So this is the one, and then there is a second page that has like your contact list on that. If you want to see your business grow, track your habits. That happens with everything. If you're following a program, you follow the calendar, you track your habits, you track your pictures, your measurements, your weight, things like that. And that's how this works with the business too. And then it also gives you a visual of your actions. And I can tell you guys, last month, I didn't invite as much. I didn't talk to as many people. And I saw the reflection of that in not only my Success Club points, but in my income as well. And I know that the more conversations I have, the more activity that I do on this tracker, the more that my business grows. Again, this is something that we're going to work through throughout our training as well. And then Success Club, you know, we talk a lot about Success Club, and Deidre and I can both tell you that when you make Success Club a priority for your business, then you will see your business grow. This is an old image. I need to change this Daily Sunshine to, what is it? The 3 Shakeology boosts on HD make for 2 Success Club points. But Success Club coaches that hit Success Club earn, what is it, like 75% more than coaches who don't make Success Club a priority. And Success Club just means that you know, just how you signed up. You signed up with a challenge pack. And when there's a couple ways to sign up. You sign up as a customer with a challenge pack. You may have done that first. Sign up as a coach with the challenge pack. When you sign up as a coach with the challenge pack, your coach fee is waived. Anytime someone purchases a challenge pack from you, you earn 2 Success Club points. Now that only goes for like every 6 months. So you can't have your mom purchase a challenge pack every month and get 2 Success Club points every month. But you can get 2 Success Club points from the same person every 6 months. If that person signs up as a customer 1 month and then they sign up as a coach with a challenge pack, then you can get 2 Success Club points. But usually they track it, and that's every 6 months. It doesn't always give you 2 Success Club points if they sign up as a coach the next month. But a challenge pack, Shakeology on Home Direct, Performance Line, It has to be 90 PV or more on HD, or like 3 cartons of the beach bars on HD will also give you 2 SC points. And then any combination. So if they buy a couple boxes of beach bars and Daily Sunshine on HD, then that totals, 90 PV. PV is personal volume. Basically, like it roughly equates to dollars. So if they're spending approximately $90 on HD, that gives you 1 Success Club point as well. Success Club 5, so 3 challenge packs a month means you've hit Success Club. You don't have to be hugely successful to be in Success Club. It just means that you've signed 3 people up with a challenge pack, and then you've hit that monthly Success Club goal. Beachbody does really great prizes for hitting Success Club. For every Success Club point you get, that turns into $10 to go towards our Success Club trip. It's like an incentive trip. Every year they have this really awesome Success Club trip. This last year we went on a cruise. It was amazing. We've done Punta Cana. We do Punta Cana again next year. We've done Mexico. Some of the older ones were, I think there was Las Vegas? No, I can't remember. I know there's been Mexico. We've done
before.
What did you say?
No, that was Summit. It was Mexico.
Mexico, yeah. So a bunch of awesome, really fun destinations. And so you can earn up to $1,200 of Success Club. With your Success Club points, you can earn up to $1,200 to pay for that trip. And there's always an option that is all, like everything's usually all inclusive, unless it's the cruise, then there's a couple little things there. But for the $1,200, that gets you your room, and it's typically, if it's at a resort, it's all inclusive too. So that is a good reason to make Success Club a priority. But as you're signing people up with a challenge pack, typically a challenge pack earns you about a $50 commission. So if you do that every month, that pays for your Shakeology and then some. And when you compound that monthly, then you'll see not only will you initially earn that commission, but as those people are continuing to, order Shakeology or order their Daily Sunshine or order their performance line, you will still get the commissions from that. If they're enrolling as a coach, you're going to get that volume from them too, which your first big rank as an Emerald coach, you're going to get, you're going to be eligible for leads and team cycle bonuses. So not just getting paychecks from commissions, you're going to be earning residual income as well from that volume. And we'll dive more into that in the training. And there is a little bit of that in the Beachbody Champions page in the units as well. And just, I will touch on the promo codes, but we just started a new onboarding system with corporate. So what's awesome about that is, and I don't know if you can mute yourself, I might be able to, but just
Jessica, can you mute yourself, please? Thanks.
Thanks, guys. So if you just signed up this month, then you should have got an email with new direction from corporate with setting up your back office, the new onboarding system, the Success Club system, and things like that. And in that email, you'll get 3 $10 off promo codes that can be used within your first 30 days as a coach. So again, great opportunity to, find your first 3 people to enroll and earn back your challenge pack investment, enrolling people as coaches. And I always like to say, you don't have to coach to be a coach when you sign up. You can sign up as a coach just for the 25% discount. If they're military, another good thing to note is that $15 a month business service fee is waived if they're military or military vet. So if you have a DD-214 or orders, Beachbody has a form that you can Google, and just Google Beachbody military waiver, and they can submit that, and then that $15 monthly business service fee will be waived. So my husband is former Army, he's a vet. We waive his coach business service fee every month, so that's kind of a nice little perk. Enrolling people as coaches, not only are you going to get that initial commission and volume, but that's going to help you build to that next rank. So then you are going to be eligible for free leads every month. Beachbody gives you free customers. Anybody that signs up from the Beachbody website or purchases a Beachbody product from somewhere, they're going to get assigned a free coach. And if you hit Success Club and you remain active as a coach with at least 50 PV, as an Emerald coach, Diamond coach, that grows to 90 PV. But if you're active and you're hitting Success Club, then Beachbody is going to give you those free customers every month. So like I said, those promo codes, you have 3 $10 off promo codes. This month too, with 6 weeks of the work, we did get an email as a new coach too, that you have this one promo code that you can use for $20 off the work challenge packs. So anybody that's signing up with the challenge pack, and I kind of just looked the other day and my team and I were kind of talking about it. It just kind of makes more sense for them to sign up for 6 weeks of the work challenge pack because it's going to be cheaper because they're going to get $20 off instead of that $10 off. So that's a good way to enroll people with that challenge pack. It gives them that extra program access. I will say 6 weeks of the work, if y'all haven't seen it yet, it's very challenging. There's not a big modifier for that program. You should complete the fit test first to see if you're, but it's not a beginner program. So it's not somebody that I talked to that's never worked out before. I wouldn't sign them up with that program and have them start doing that program, but they can get the program access and get that with their bundle. So yeah, your first 3 promo codes come to you this month and you can use them to sign up your first 3 people. And then finding your first 3, we kind of talk about like a new post, like what do you say? Like how, you're like your new coach coming out post. What do you say? How do you tell your story? Well, words tell and stories sell. And I don't really ever like to use the word sales, sell, because we're not sales people. We are transformation artists. We are lifestyle guiders. We show people how to live a healthy and balanced lifestyle. We don't just sell them a product and then hit the road. We are here to help them in the long haul. Our work begins when they sign up. That's not when our work is over. And just how you've signed up. You signed up because you saw something in someone else. You were inspired by someone else. You saw a transformation. You saw an opportunity. You saw a story that impacted your life and said, okay, I want to do this because X, Y, and Z. So that is the story that you're telling. That's the story that you're sharing with other people. Why are you doing this? Why are you here? And one of the best, I love transformation posts for that very reason, because people visually see the effort that you've put in. They visually see the work that it's taken. And I know sometimes it's like, well, I'm brand new. I don't have a transformation yet. I don't know where to begin. You don't have to have a transformation, but you can talk about things in your life that, what has impacted you. And I'm going to go into this a little bit more in just a minute. But what has impacted you to get here? Who have you already talked to about health and fitness? Who has been inspired by you? If you became a coach because somebody has said, oh my gosh, I love, I see you doing this, this, and this, and I'm really inspired. Maybe you've been working through Beachbody programs for a while and you've been a customer and now you've decided you want to be a coach. Who has been inspired by you? These are the people that you talk to. Who are your people? Think about your people that you would want to do this business with, that you would want to build a business alongside of. Who would want to join you? So this is a list that you can make. You have that Success Club tracker that has that list of contacts, and that's where you can start writing those people down. Or you can grab a notebook paper and just begin writing these names down of people that maybe that, somebody that you work with, your coworker has said, oh my gosh, what have you been doing? You look really great. I need to do something. Keeping track of these names will really help kind of get you going on getting to some of those early goals. What do I have up here? Okay, your transformation, your story. So you'll begin sharing your story, and maybe you're not somebody that's present on social media a lot. Maybe you don't use social media all the time. Maybe you don't use social media much at all. That's okay. you don't have to be posting 10 times a day on Facebook, and you don't have to post every single thing that you do. Just know that you're telling your story, and know that your presence can impact and influence someone else's life. I share a lot in my Instagram stories. I share a lot on my Facebook stories. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and that's where I connect with a lot of people because they see my real life. And I never want to say that we want to share just the highlight reel, because we share the real life stuff. But a lot of times if you scroll Instagram, you see that most people's Instagram feed is the highlight reel. They just post the good stuff. We share all the stuff. And you don't have to get too deep and too personal if you don't want to. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that's okay. But know that what you talk about, that your job as a coach, you help other people be inspired and change their life. And if that means sometimes you share the hard stuff and you share the vulnerability and you share the challenges, you can really connect with a lot of people through that stuff. If you're not using Instagram, I would suggest starting an Instagram page. If you're not using your stories yet, dive in. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be flawless. You don't have to do your face up with makeup like I used to think I had to do all the time because I needed everyone to see this. No. This is real life stuff. And you just share your life. Social media posts. And I always talk about the feel, felt, found, because that is whenever someone reads your post and those words in there can be very impactful. This is how I used to feel. This is how I felt. What I found is, and just kind of telling your story through how you feel. Much like a fitness program, I said this before, this business takes showing up. You're not going to get results overnight. I wish that I could say in my first year as a coach, I made $1 million in my first month, but that's not real life. But when you put in the work and the effort, you will get the results. And you can build an amazing business with amazing people just by being you and doing your thing. All right, so grab a pen and paper if you haven't yet. Yes, I will post the recording. But we'd like you to write down why you're here. And we know that you signed up because you have some goals and things like that, but really, why are you here? What is driving you? What is going to drive you to put the time and effort in to work your business? What's doing it for you? What inspired you to be here? You can dream pretty dang big, because you know what? You can do anything that you want with this business. You can. And we're not going to tell you how high, because that's up to you. Why are you committing to coaching? Why did you join this team? Why do you want to help others? What does it look like to help others? What kind of goals do you have for your own personal health and fitness? And how would that feel to help somebody else reach a goal, multiple goals, their own personal health goals, their fitness goals, financial goals? Maybe, when I signed up as a coach, I was like, well, I spend so much time going to and from the gym. I would really like to cut that time in half. I would like to have something a little bit easier to do as far as schedule goes. And I would love to be able to inspire some other moms to get in shape and get healthy and, do the things that I wanted to do with 3 kids under age 5. And then I started to see the potential of this business, and I started to see oh my gosh, this, I paid for my groceries this week. That's a big deal. And I paid my car payment this month. That's a big deal. And I paid my mortgage this month, and I began to see the potential and that there's so much more. And I was like, well, I don't want to just pay for my groceries this month. I want to do more. And I know it's not always about the income, but that's a nice little side benefit too. And for me, freedom came when I finished nursing school and I had the choice to stay home with my kids or go back to work. And I chose to stay home with my kids. And that was a big moment for me, because I worked really hard through nursing school to get to that point. And I worked really hard in nursing school to finish my nursing degree. But to be able to have the option was something that I've never had before. And I attribute all of that to this business. To be able to take my husband on an official honeymoon 7 years after we got married, and take him on a trip to Punta Cana because Beachbody paid for it and I earned it, was a really, really big, awesome goal of mine. And those were not goals that I had when I started. But know that your goals and your vision can grow and change as you grow and change with this business. And when you put in, I feel like a broken record, but when you put in the time and effort, you will see that come through. And your one single post could completely change and impact someone else's life. And know that you showing up for yourself can influence so many other people too. What does success look like to you? What are you excited about? So all of these, not necessarily all of these things, but these are all things that you can put in a post when you write that post, when you talk about becoming a coach, when you talk about taking that leap, when you talk about doing something really, really exciting, when you talk about doing something for your family. Maybe this is for your family. You're doing this for your family, whatever it is. And then adding that call to action at the end. I'm looking for 5 women who, X, Y, and Z. I'm looking for 3 other moms who have not been making themselves a priority and want to get healthy by the end of the year. I'm looking for 3 women who, who want to build something amazing together. Add that call to action in there. Sometimes that call to action, and we'll talk about this in the group too, but you can certainly create if you don't have a Google account, I would really suggest creating a Google account. Google Drive, Gmail, Google Forms, Google Docs, they're all just so amazing to have all of that in one spot. And creating like a Google form and just a few questions in there, name, email, how did you hear about this group, or how did you hear about this opportunity? What are your current fitness and nutrition habits like? You can do one for running an accountability group. You can do one for joining your team, and just adding a couple questions in there. But I do a lot of mine either through my website or through Google Forms. And that has been really, really helpful because then if you have someone interested, you can just send that form to them and they can complete it. Then not only do you have their email address, but you have a better way to connect with them, and you have some of their goals and ideas for joining your group or joining your team. What else? Did I already do this one? Oh, it's just a different picture. Did it not save? Oh man. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, so some expectations. This is your business. We're not going to chase you down and we're not going to say, hey, are you doing your job every day? Because that's like, nobody wants an in your face, like hovering, we're not going to helicopter coach anyone. And I always think about Office Space where he's like, hey, Peter, like, where's the TPS reports? And he's like, always, I always think about that. Like, nobody likes that. Nobody wants somebody hovering over them. But these are things that you can do that will grow your business. And these are the things that any successful coach, any coach who has built anything in this business will tell you, you know what, this is how I did it. I used my tracker. I showed up daily. I talked to people. I shared something on social media. I shared, I had conversations with people. I was myself. I am unapologetically, authentically me. And then, making Success Club a priority, staying plugged into team calls, listening to the National Wake Up Call every week. You don't have to listen to it right at 10 o'clock Central Time when you're, but the Team Beachbody has a podcast as well. So if you're like commuting, it's a great one to listen to in the car. Leaning in is so very important, guys. This business is amazing. Sometimes it can be challenging. That's the truth. Sometimes it can be hard. If you're talking to people and people are going, no, I'm not interested right now. Nah, that can be hard. Rejection can be hard. But you know what's also hard? Struggling through things that we have no control over. Control the controllable. Show up, do the things, and trust the process, and know that by you being yourself, people are going to see that and they're going to want to join you. And they're going to go, wow, she's doing something. It looks amazing. I'm interested. And those conversations, you know, you build those relationships and it turns into something really amazing. I think that's it. That's all I have for slides. There's a lot in the chat. So let me go back to that, to the chat. Oh, hi, there's everyone. Hi. All right. Let's see. Okay. Christina, being authentically you. Christina is a coach on our team, and I want to shout her out real quick because she posts, you know, whenever Christina first started, Christina, I hope you don't care that I'm shouting you out. She was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to post. And I read her posts and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, Christina, what are you talking about? You don't know what to say. And I know that was like months and months ago, but she just has a really amazing ability to just tell her story. And she doesn't do anything special. It's just like me talking to you, just like you talking to your friend, and just telling, like, this is what I'm doing and this is how I feel and this is what has happened since I started doing this, this, and this, and I feel really great. And that's what Christina does, and she has a really amazing transformation too. Google is everything. Oh, did Deidre jump off? Yep, she did. The Google Forms and Docs, yeah, there is an app. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing that. So what I love about Google Forms and Google Docs is, like we kind of said before, you can just create a form. I will say, here's a tip, go into the add-ons on Google Forms and you have to change your settings to where you get notified after every 1 response, because the default setting is after 10 responses. So I noticed, I was like, I posted this a bunch of times. Nobody has filled one out. And I had my settings off. So if you are doing a Google form, Wufoo is another one, WUFOO.com. And these are all free. You can create these free forms. That is another one that you can, you know, if you're doing a post and then you say, like, you know, if you want to join my next group, the link is in the comments. And then you can link that form in your comments. Or, you know, you can say, like, click, Amanda's taking a picture. Everybody's going to get off there. We'll get everybody's face on here. We'll take a picture, right, guys? Yeah. Wufoo forms are wonderful. Google Forms, wonderful. Christina, for whoever works full-time outside of this biz and with kids, I think, did you answer that? How do you make a point to make enough time to be a coach? Amanda, do you want to jump on and say, do you want to unmute?
Yeah, I kind of wrote in the chat. I don't know if everyone can see the chat. Hold on. I have death war going outside in my room here. Okay, now I'm not going to have a husband yelling at my 2-year-old. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's really hard at first until you find your groove. But you're going to have to work in pockets of your day. You guys, I too work full-time. I have a 2-year-old. My husband travels for work, or he's working long hours, one or the two. And you just got to find the pockets of your day. Either you put on your personal development while you're driving to and from work. You hustle during your lunch hour. You're going to the bathroom in the morning, add some people. Like, you just have to find the pockets of time in your day that allow you to do the things on your tracker. And if you haven't looked at this tracker already, there's kind of like a little time next to it. It gives you an idea of how long each day you should be spending on each one of these things. So, like, do a post 10 minutes. So if you have 10 minutes in the morning while you are, you're sitting in the drop-off line or whatever, you can be writing your post, or you can be adding followers. It really is just doing the pockets of your time. Another thing I listened to just this week was a podcast, or it could have been a book. I think it was a podcast. But it talked about for 7 days straight, write down everything you're doing and how much time you're allotting to it. So whether you're taking 30 minutes at night to cook dinner, write down 30 minutes at night cooking dinner. If you're driving to work, it takes 15 minutes. Drove to work 15 minutes, or lunch break for 28 minutes. Whatever it is that you are doing, it can be literally sitting on the couch watching I don't even know. There's only like one show that I watch anymore. Write that down and do that for 7 days. Don't just do it for 1 day. Don't do it for 2 days, because you're going to be so, like, you know the reason you're doing it. But if you do it for a week, by the end of the week, you're really going to see where your time is going, and you can start to, use a calendar, plan out your day, like make it like from 5 to 6, this is what I'm doing. Like, you really have to plan it out. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. The more followers you start to add, the easier it is to find those followers. And it's just like anything. Like, once you start doing it, you get into a habit and you get into that routine, and it just makes it easier. But you got to find the pockets of your day to be able to do that. And I will say at first it was hard. Now I'm like, okay, great. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm on my lunch break. I'm going to do this. Like, and you start using that tracker and you mark off what you've done. So track it in pockets.
Yeah, I agree. I've started coaching with, I had a 5-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And I had just started nursing school full time, and my husband took a new job where he was traveling most of the week. And that was really challenging. And I was like, well, I want this to work, so I'm going to have to figure it out. So I would get up 15 minutes earlier in the morning, and I would dive into my inbox for like some follow-up conversations that I was having. And then I would, at my lunch break, during nursing school, I would go out to my car and I would eat my lunch in my car, and I would send messages from people that had liked and commented on my post. And I would invite them to my next accountability group. And I will say, we'll dive, this is in the Beachbody Champions units. It talks a lot about like messages and conversations. But one thing that I used to do that I will strongly advise you guys against is when you send a message to someone, I would say like 17 paragraphs about like Beachbody and Shakeology, and like nobody was reading that. Like, I was just blah, all this stuff. And then it was the same message, and I would copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste. And it looked very salesy. And that wasn't what I wanted to do when I started. So I don't know why I was sending those messages. But I found that, through my posts, I've connected with people that, maybe I post a transformation every Tuesday, and I have, 37 people that like it and 15 people that comment. And I send messages to those people, and I just say, hey, thank you so much for the love and support. It means so much to me to know that I'm not doing this alone. It's been a struggle. I've, had to do this, this, and this, but I love that I finally make myself a priority. What do you do to make yourself a priority every day? And I just start a conversation. And you know what? Those people may not message me back and say, I don't know, but sign me up right now. Or they may not be the person that joins your group this month, but you're building a trusting relationship with them. And that is so important in this business, because they want somebody to trust when they're ready to take that next step. And they're going to see that in you. And they're going to know that you're there for them and you're there to support them. And we are. That's what we do as coaches. But it takes pockets of time, like Amanda said. And, I would put my kids to bed, and I would spend an hour and a half studying. And then I would spend an extra 20 minutes closing out my activities for the end of the day, checking into my challenge groups, finishing up any extra messages. And then I would take time on my weekends, and I would take 2 hours on my Sunday afternoons, and I would plan out my business content for the week. And one thing I will show you guys is, if you have a planner, there are 2 really great planners that this one is not totally great, but it's just a weekly planner. And I just write out what I want to talk about that week on social media. I write out like, okay, I want to talk about, I know on Tuesday I'm going to post a Transformation Tuesday. So I write that on here. I know on Wednesday I want to do a coaching call to action post. I know on Friday I post a Freedom Friday. And I know that like this week my kids have early dismissal on Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm going to incorporate that into what I post about. And then on Friday, my kids have no school. So that's going to be something that I post about. And, I write down the things that are going on in my life. So that way I know what my week looks like in advance. And that way I can incorporate that. So that way maybe, on Tuesday, after my kids go to bed, I can say, okay, I'm going to write a post for tomorrow morning. Or I know I'm going to get up and work out in the morning, so I'm going to post a workout selfie, and maybe I'm going to add an inspirational quote to that, and then talk about how this week I feel like X, Y, and Z. Do I always follow my own personal posting schedule? No, I don't. Life happens and life gets in the way. But that gives me just some things that I want to talk about during the week, and share some victories. And if you don't have a transformation, you can always ask someone on the team too. Like, hey, I really want to share a transformation of someone this week. Whose can I share? And post in the team page, and somebody will have something for you. And then the other planner that I use, and I would suggest getting, you don't have to, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, is this Rise Up planner, and you can find it on Amazon. Mora Kusaba is the one. She's a top 10 Beachbody coach that designed it. And what's great about it is it gives you every month, and it gives you like a schedule, and you can write in, the conversations that you're having with people. You can write in your weekly goals. You can take your activity tracker and write it down here and do your activity tracker. It gives you wins and losses for the week. It gives you a marketing plan. And there's a lot of a lot of us use this, and we really like it because it's really great for tracking things. Sorry, I thought my kid was coming in here. Oh my gosh, she just scared the crap out of me. Sorry, guys. Like I heard someone. Go to bed. I love you. So having, a tracker, a way to track your business, that tracker is great. If you want something more in depth, and we've all used different kinds of things. This is kind of just like the gold standard that we're all using right now. So if you're interested in purchasing this, you're more than welcome to. Don't feel like you have to. But if you're somebody who needs a pen and paper organization kind of stuff, I would really strongly suggest this. There are other coaches who use electronic tracker type stuff, whether it's, Google Spreadsheets, Google Sheets, or there are certain apps that you can purchase, or you can use Google Streak as well within your email. Totally up to you. I'm not an electronic person. I've tried it. It's not for me. I'm a pen and paper kind of girl. There are lots of coaches in this business who build a lot of success with using a pen and paper. So don't feel like you have to get all fancy. But if that's your jam, we can give you the suggestions on what to do. Does anybody have any questions? I could talk for days, but we're just getting started. So we don't want to overwhelm you guys too much. I will say, if you haven't posted about coaching yet, if you're brand new, that's something that I would maybe, kind of put on your radar to do within the next 24 hours. And if you need help with wording, or if you need help with, and that you can't go wrong with an eye-catching image, like a selfie of some sort, or, just an eye-catching image, and kind of just talking about what you're doing. And I would probably suggest taking out the words Beachbody coach, Beachbody Shakeology. I wouldn't say who wants to sign up right now with 50 exclamation points. That just kind of screams but I would really maybe just tell your story. Just, why are you here? What do you want to accomplish? What are some goals that you have? And maybe, like me, you were a frazzled mom, and I was I want something for myself. I do so much for everyone else. I want something for myself, and I want this to be that. I want to make myself a priority. I want to take care of myself. I want to feel like this. And that's what we share. And Sunday nights are great to post on social media. Maybe post something like that tonight, or even tomorrow. And I know that my team, we have a last 90 days group going on right now. So you're more than welcome to always invite to that. I keep my group open, and it's going to be open for the rest of the year. So don't feel like you have to go out and start a brand new group tomorrow, and try to find a bunch of people for it. You can certainly invite to mine. Now, if you do want to start your own group or your own community, you can certainly do that too. Let's see, other questions. Christina needs some sort of organization. Oh, purchasing tonight. Christina, that did not ever get sent to you, did it? And do you recommend video blogging? I feel like people interact more with videos. I think live videos are great. I think if you're telling a story, you can always do a live video. Yeah, you can certainly record. I know Instagram, you can do IGTV. I think it has to be under 10 minutes. And then you can always save those videos, or you can record a video and then upload it to either YouTube if you do that, or IGTV, or if you're using a business page, or you can even upload it on your personal Facebook page as well. And video is great. I mean, people can see your personality a lot more through a video than they can just a post too. Live videos are scary and intimidating sometimes, but I like doing live videos every now and then too. Okay, anything else? All right, well, I will get my team's new coach training group opened up tonight. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we will kick that off. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, I don't have it down here, but that is a book that you're going to want to get. Put that on your radar. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's like $15 on Amazon right now, and I know it's a hardcover book. I purchased the Kindle version for like $5.99. If you have a Kindle, you can get it on Kindle as well. Or you can check your local library. I actually did have it on Kindle, and I reserved a copy from the library because sometimes I just like to hold the book in my hands. It's not on Audible, so it's not something that you can listen to on Audible, but Kindle, Amazon, library, bookstore, all good choices. I think that's it. I know it's a Sunday night. I know we all have other things going on too. So again, thank you guys for taking time out of your night. I will post the recording. So if you want to come back to this and kind of, take some notes or whatever, feel free to do so. Take a deep breath. Don't feel overwhelmed. This doesn't have to be overwhelming. Take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and really focus on why you're here and what you want to do with this business. And make sure that you let your coach know that too, because your coach is like, Deidre is my coach, and Deidre and I have become very, very close over the last 5 years. And I will tell you, the coaches on my team, I love building a community of amazing women, and I love the friendships that I've made. Like Amanda has come over and had sleepovers at my house, and we've just drink wine together in real life, not just on the internet. That's really cool when you can get together with your team in real life and stuff. And so lean in, ask questions. We've all been there, and we've all had a day one, and we've all had challenging stuff, but we get through it, and we're definitely stronger together. So thanks again, guys, for getting on tonight. We are so excited to have you here, and we look forward to rocking out this month. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.